This is Post Race Sports, Paula Sakwe, and there's something that I want to talk about. Has to do with the NBA and college. I want to bring this topic up because I know it's not being talked about. Based on especially with the NBA with the whole Donald Sterling situation, and I felt that this is a topic that's going to have to be addressed at some point by Adam Silver. It has to be addressed at some point. The situation with the one and dones is making college basketball suffer. Well, for me at least, I watch the games, and for whatever reason, I feel some disjoint, some disinterest, because I'm a big college basketball fan. And for now, it seems like I just don't know how to get a feel of players. There's no play. You don't have players that come back anymore. I'm watching. Every time I look at my phone, I see an upset. Oh, another upset. I'm like, that's the same thing that happened last year. It's starting to show more and more. Even though Kentucky is right now, I guess they are looking. I haven't been watching much because football season is still going on. But basketball and the college, NBA and college about to get right into the thick of things now. And it's hard to really see what you see in a team, if you understand what I'm saying. Because now, teams, there's no chemistry, there's no juniors or seniors, there's not more impact players coming back. And at some point, the NCAA has to do something about this to protect the college game. The reason why college football is so big is because you don't have to go down the computer, go on the computer and scroll and see who is who. Because in college football, most times you know who's returning. Even though it's mandatory to stay 3 years, you know who's coming is quick thoughts. Okay, we got, it as a fan. As a fan of college football, I don't players leave in and out, come in and out. And even though football is a more physical game, there's no question about that. They need to stay 3 years, no questions asked. Their rule is great because you have to grow into your man body if you want to get to the next level. Basketball ain't the same. We see how the game is called now in the NBA, how soft it is, even though they letting a little bit more go now. From what I see, they're letting a little bit more go now. I believe they need to come to NBA and college basketball got to come to a conclusion on what they could do, what will best work for both sides. And for me, I think it's pretty plain sight. My thought, I've been believing in this. I believe this will work for both sides. The NBA, whichever way they want to go about it to find who's the best prospects in high school, I think they should give the top 5 high school prospects, the choice if they would like to enter the pro. Because I still want to see high school players come to the pro. I still want to see the hype. The hype be like, okay, this the dude, all right. I think basketball is probably the only major sport that a high school player can change a franchise. And we've seen that. It's been proven. Let the top 5 players that in high school, give them the opportunity and tell them, you have a certain deadline to say if you want to enter your name in the NBA draft. And if you decide not to, that's your choice. But give them that opportunity because, since 95, within my generation, I'm an 88er. So since 95, I think there's been 39 high school players drafted. Um, it was nobody. It was 24 in the 2013-2014 NBA season. It was 24 players that was currently still on the NBA roster. That's a high percentage of you getting a pretty solid pro. And then the thing comes with maturity, and people want to talk about if you stay in college this long, you're supposed to get more mature. No, it doesn't work like that for everybody. It might be somebody might stay in college for 10 years and still be the same way as immature as it can be. I think it's just the person, that person is and how they will handle that. Of course, I always believe, if you were to get in your job, I mean, the numbers don't lie. It's not like every player pan out to be the greatest, but it's a nice list of them. It's Hall of Fame worthy list of them. There's some that didn't pan out. Like everybody want to talk about Kwame Brown, but I think Kwame Brown played about in double-digit seasons in the NBA. Of course, he didn't pan out to be the LeBron or the Kobe or the Kevin Garnett, but he still played. Some good backup minutes for teams. I say that's a respectable career. That means people wanted you on the team, they're still gonna give you that chance. That's some college player they ain't pan out to be what they were supposed to be. So let's not get it twisted. So in my opinion, that's just how I feel. And for the college side, if you're outside that top five, except if somebody in the top five says maybe I do want to go to college, and maybe the sixth position could be given that option, but those have to be a deadline for when you can make a decision. But if you have to go to college, if you're outside that top five, you go to college. Stay there. You have to stay there for 2 years. That 2 years might turn into 3. That 3 years might turn into 4. Just to bring the college game back, because I want to see some returning players that mean something to the team. That's all I want to see. That's how I feel about that situation, and I think it's going to be a topic that has to be talked about pretty soon, because I don't like what I'm seeing from college. I'll be watching sitcoms now instead of trying to watch these college basketball games, but I ain't going to lie, we'll get into it after the football season is over, just to try to see what's going on. But, that's it. Post-race sport is my take. Let them go pro. We like the high school hype.